how would you compare Sauce to Drake?
The beef between Sauce Walka and Drake is at least 11 years old, and it's been active for all that entire time. Drake has gotten more popular and richer, and Sauce Walka has become more known for talking about him. Overall, this has been a pretty long-standing beef for the hip-hop community, and it served a lot of people well. And usually, with most of these situations, it just stays on record with sneak disses, mixtapes, and stuff like that. Never really with any kind of physical conversation. But if you have a baby mama who is thick and has a big butt and she's willing to go, well, then you might be able to do something very bad to your opponent. You can just literally take his girl. And that's largely what happened with the young lady by the name of it's Kiyle, or underscore, it's Kiyle. Now, the situation with her is that she's literally been exposing Sauce Walka the last 2 weeks, letting everybody know that he doesn't have as much money as he said he does. He sends death threats with voice notes to Drake, and that he's pretty abusive to the girl. But one thing was for sure, that Drake knew he had a way to get Sauce Walka where it hurts, and that was to take his baby mama from him. Damn. Not only was Drake clapping, Drake bought her a car, I believe a very nice car, and treated her very, very well. And since now, because her and Sauce Walka are beefing, she's going around telling everybody, and it's not just on Instagram posts. She's actually doing live interviews, and she's letting the world know that once she decided to let Drake clap her cheeks, he was very, very offensive.
I ask him and I'm like, hey, can you give me some money for Splash so I can, pay for his daycare this month?
Your child is named Splash, for the record.
Splash, yes.
Okay.
No, call Drake. He can do it.
Oh yeah, it's important for me to tell you, this chick does have a baby by Sauce Walka. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. She's literally asking her baby's father for some money for the baby, and he's telling her, let Drake do it. Then she would talk more about it.
Drake has done more for me than my baby daddy has ever done since the moment I've met him. So let's just make that very clear.
Financially, he's just been willing to...
Financially, and he just obviously treated me better. Just normal conversations, never called me out my name. My baby daddy, I can't even get $100 out of you without pulling some teeth.
But then Adam22 would ask a very interesting question.
Okay, as far as as men, how would you compare Sauce to Drake? Like, who's more of a man, or who's like the better dude overall from your perspective?
She would respond.
On a scale, Drake would be up here and my baby daddy would be on the floor.
Oh my God. That's rough.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, this is something that is very harsh or hard to cover, especially if you have a mortal enemy like Drake. And literally, he just bought a mansion in Texas. He's pulling up. He's taking yo baby mama, and he's tricking. And the thing is, and this guy is supposed to be the pimpin', right? But Sauce Walka would eventually respond to this.
I never was mad about it. I never will be mad about no bitch. I would never crash out about no bitch.
Stop the cap.
My name out his mouth before I embarrass him. It's simple as that. Tell Drake to keep my name out his mouth before I go on the internet and embarrass him. And
show him what. Show him what.
Sauce Walka, I thought, was supposed to be, this guy who was a pimp. He had these chicks, kind of all figured out, and he was making all this money on OnlyFans from all these other women. The reality is that Sauce Walka, in my opinion, is a very emotional guy. Can't really handle a lot of problems before he crashes out. And this is kind of typical of kind of what kind of happens in the black community when you kind of don't have a father. And he's exhibiting all situations like that. For a guy that wants to impress his wealth on the internet and prove to people that he has something that obviously he may not, it's amazing to see that his baby mama is just so happy with being the side chick to Drake, and she was the side chick for him, and she had to do all the work, and he wasn't getting any money, and he's still broke now, allegedly, according to her.
Thing about it is, this woman, man, she had something for Sauce Walka. There's nothing wrong with that, and I don't think it's nothing wrong with him portraying he has this kind of money, these kind of cars, these kind of things. That's his brand. It's Sauce Walka. That's how he is. Drake has his own thing. I don't think that's a problem. So now you got these two black men at each other trying to compare or compete with each other's clout or who has a higher status, all because a female is in between. We gotta do better, man. I don't have no problem with Sauce Walka. I don't have no problem with Sauce Walka doing that. That's his brand. Drake, you got your brand.
This is something that hurts a lot of men's feelings, guys. And I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of us as men believe that we are special. And guess what, guys? We are special, but not as special as we actually think. And this is the fundamental problem that men have. I kind of see this with dudes that are kind of in the pimp culture. And again, I learned a lot from listening to some of these brothers and how they put things together. And for sure, they have way more game than somebody like me. I mean, the manipulation, the mouthpiece, things like that. I don't agree with the lifestyle per se, and whatever they do is what they do. there is kind of a misconception that with some of the guys, I have so much game, a lame can't take the woman from me, right? And that's just kind of what it is. And I got so much mouthpiece. I got so much to offer her. You know, if she come and like listen to me and be up under me, she can get this game and all of that. And I kind of feel like the Sauce Walka dude is kind of on that same type of hype. But the reality is that you can only, and I don't want to use the word manipulation because I do know that pimps can use manipulation. I don't know if Sauce Walka is doing that, but you can only use clout so much, or if you want to say for certain people, manipulation. If you just don't have leverage in the industry and somebody else does, it's not going to matter if they are a pimp or not. All they got to do is have something to offer. And if they have something to offer, the person that you're not offering anything to, they will go with them. Especially if this is not a lady that's in the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing. She's not really in the industry like that. She's a regular chick and you got her on OnlyFans. Then, you know, she's not a chick that's went out there on the blade. So what that means is she could still be picked up by some dude that's just treating her nice. Some dude that's more responsible than you. Some dude that you don't stand up to. And this is what's killing Sauce Walka right now. Drake don't even want the girl, to be honest.
Yo, I don't know what's going on in Houston, but these be looking fat, just out of shape and mid. I gotta keep it a bean with you, bro. Yo, shorty really thinks she like dumb fire. Yo, Drake is sending you $1 million because he hates your baby daddy. Like, yo, she feeling herself like, yo, gang, like, you got more body fat than me, just stuffed in your butt, gang.